Hello, hello. It's time for post-game Jimmy. Now, there are a lot of things I want to talk about in regards to the end and the story in general, but there are a couple gameplay obligations I need to get out of the way first, a little dialogue to go through that introduces the post-game, and then a little bit of discussion on who I'm taking and why. Other than that, let's get... Great. Controller doesn't work on this. Let's get started. So, would you like to use Moon Baby's mysterious mind powers to unequip everyone who isn't in your party? Yeah. Everyone who isn't in your party has been unequipped. Moon Baby giggles. Too bad this is her only power. You see my husband? Moon Baby and I don't like staying in his room because it smells funny. So I'm going to be taking heat to me, I think. So, you want Helga, because you want those AoE heals. No other party member has an AoE heal besides sort of Jonathan, with the Bear Arms Hug. And that's a pretty crappy heal. And other than that, you can only use Rejuvenate, which is just kind of crappy. Whereas Helga has the Smile for 25% and Sunshine for 60%. You know, she just is full on healing and can take care of that all day long. Then the question is, do you want Lars or not? Lars fulfills a niche that no other character does. Being able to tank hits like he does is useful, but, and here comes the but, a lot of really dangerous enemies mostly just use AoE, and then Lars doesn't accomplish much outside of tanking, so is he worth it? I don't know about that. So then we have to consider the DPSs. We've got the healer, we've got the healer, we considered the tank, and the rest of the characters are all DPS. So, Buck, Punch, Hitami, Andrew. Oh, and then there's also Jonathan Bear to consider. So let's get everyone in the... That's the bathroom. Let's get everyone together first. You kid, how about giving me a little room? That's right. It's yours truly. My snaps today are terrible. Punch Tonica. I'll let you take a moment to process this. That enough time? I've got to say, I don't really understand it myself. 1 second, I'm facing off against your brother. He around, by the way? Dude scares me. Big time. Anyway, I'm facing him down, doing some first-class hero stuff. Then he punched me in the face so hard my brains popped out of my ears. Yeah, Punch fucking died. He died real good. He got chunky salsa'd. Next thing I know, I'm crammed in your closet. 2 competing theories on that. 1, your brother might have punched me into the future. 2, I think I'm here because, more than anything, you needed me here. I don't know what happened since I've been gone, but if you want Punch Tonica, kid, you got him. By the way, when I was hanging out in your closet, I ran into this creepy little dude. Hello, Jimmy! Your mother sewed me up. I know that you probably hate me. That's okay. If you'd let me, though, I can still be your friend. It's just that, as bad as things got, all I wanted was to be with you. And now, things are so much worse. I know times like these are scary. You can hold me if you want. By the way, kid, I've got to say, you sure have a first-class closet. Talk about roomy. It's like there's a whole world stuffed in there. So this is where we go for the postgame. We walk through the closet, we're back on the world map. So I don't think I want Buck. Like, what does Buck really bring to the table? He's got squirming skin. He has a high attack stat. That's probably his best thing. I think he has the highest base attack in the game. And, like, yeah, 60 attack on the bone spikes. That's pretty good. And, like, 5 attack, 50 defense, 25 magic defense, and 5 agility on squirming skin. I think other characters can use it. Let's see. Yeah, reckless charge for 800% physical damage. So that's Buck's big claim to fame, is just the ability to do overwhelming physical damage at the cost of all of his health. It's good with 200 attack. That's 1600 damage before crits. The fact that he lacks called shot, though, really puts into perspective how much that's gonna suck to do. He does also have a stun on his own, so that helps a lot. You know, he's got insult, so if you make him fast, then insult is really useful. You're looking a little scrawny. You better hit the weights. Oops. Fine. I'm tired of babysitting anyway. Then, yeah, Andrew's here. Is there anything in the bathroom? No. So Andrew, of course, the king of magic, but also sort of the king of physical because of the encyclopedia set. He's, like, really good, but he's also very frail, and so is Helga. So if you want him, the most unique thing he brings to the table is Analyze. Being able to hit an enemy with a debuff that makes your next attack do triple damage can set up some turns where you do tens of thousands of points of damage. And this can be really good for, like, skipping phases. He also is really nice at applying dots. If you use a magic Andrew and a physical Jimmy, you can put some nice dots on the enemy with the poison and the acid. As I showed in the endgame, with a physical build, Andrew does great with manuals, and without, he does perfectly well with typical magic attack setups. So you have to consider between him, Punch, Hitomi, and Buck as secondary DPS, and whether or not you want Jonathan Bear. Jonathan Bear is support, because he has double-powered items. But more than that, remember that item power counts attack items. So Super Balls are then 600% physical, or the Firecrackers, I think they are 600% magic damage. And then, of course, you've got things like 100% healing ants on a log, 50% MP Cola, or 100% Super Cola, 100% revives with the fire alarm. That's really good. I think I'm gonna go with... I'm thinking Punch and Jonathan Bear. Punch's called shot combined with the 500% damage of Kung Fu Punch is really good. And Jonathan Bear adds a little bit of magic damage as well as that supreme utility in his items. So that's, I think, what I'm going to go with. Basically, I keep going into the bathroom. Basically, every character is viable, though. I know we've had our ups and downs, but I hope we can still be friends. Oh, great! It'll be just like old times. Maybe you see a closet, but what I see is a doorway to an endless amount of dreams. You want to roll with Punch Tonica, eh? Can't say I blame you. And they, I guess they start at level 60. So, the question is, what items do we put on everyone? So... yeah, Jonathan doesn't have a proper weapon. What I want to know, and what I don't know, is do things like this, item effects are 50% stronger, does that stack with Jonathan Bear's double items? I'm gonna have to check. If it does, depending on whether it's multiplicative or additive, that could make attack items on him just, like, unbelievably powerful. So, you can give him red sneakers to make him go fast. You can give him just, like, a fish knife for decent stats. I'll do that for now. I mean, those stats are pretty dreadful, honestly. His agility is also really low. I'll put the red sneakers on him for now, and I'll see about stuff later. And I'll also add the everything bag and the... He's asleep. And his magic is so low that, yeah, I don't see much point in giving him Vaporize. Or anything like that. At the moment, anyway. I might give him more stuff later. I'll give him Master Criminal and Immunize. Those are pretty useful. And then Punch. It's probably the Bike Chain. Let's see if there's anything else that's better. Nah. So you see, even with the Bike Chain, Punch still doesn't have as much attack as Buck. But it's pretty good. And the ability to do double damage and space out your attack cooldowns, that's also really helpful. Champion Yi, almost certainly, right? I mean, the agility is really nice, because you can give him a startle. And the 10% crit chance is really nice. I mean, 20 more attacks really good too. Barbed wire wristband and Dragon Fang, I guess, just to max out that attack. And then you give him Roughhouse and Kung Fu Punch. And you, outside of random battles, you would replace Roughhouse with Scare Tactic. Group Startle, 3-turn cooldown. Actually, that might actually be the best thing to use anyway. We'll see. And then Helga. The Dreamstone just does so much work. And the Rainbow Gown is just incredible on her. And then we want her to be like full-on healing. Of course, she already... I guess I'll give her the Totem. And then Sunny Day and maybe Psych. Adrenaline Shot. And Jimmy still has his magic set up. Yeah, okay. So that's that all handled. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get light bulbs. So, now that I have a moment, I'm going to stop talking about the game as it's happening currently and start talking about the ending. So I've seen two basic opinions on the ending. Basically, one that it's bad and one that it's good. And I'm going to disagree with both of them. Because that's just how I be. Why am I here? So let's start with the one that's bad. An LPer played this game, basically loved it all the way through, and then got to the end, saw the ending, and got really dour about it, really down about it. And basically said that the whole thing made the game pointless. And that it soured his experience about the whole game. To which I would say, I mean, Jimmy apologized. He said, I'm sorry. Because I don't think that Jimmy is apologizing to himself or his family or anything, but I think he's apologizing to the player. Because there are essentially two light bulbs. Hold on, I just need to think about which ones I need to find. Okay. So you need to consider how the ending works, you know, what's happening. That Jimmy dies, and what does that mean if he doesn't. So obviously he dies and that makes you sad. That's not the ending you want. But what if he lives? You have to consider why he lived. And the unfortunate implication is that it's because essentially he fought hard enough. In the dream world, he was able to fight his inner demons and beat cancer. But then what does that say to the people who didn't beat cancer? Does that mean they didn't fight hard enough? I mean, that would be an awful thing to say in your game. So, sort of the only option then is to have him die, because it's important to get out that it's important to say that the people who died to cancer are absolutely faultless in doing so, which should be obvious. But if you have it so that he can live if he does the right thing, that would imply the opposite. So then Jimmy is apologizing because he knows that the only ending he can give is one that feels awful, because the alternative is so much worse. And Jimmy's empathetic. He wouldn't be able to do something so heartless as say he lived because he was strong enough. That's just not how it works. Right. The other theory I've seen basically says that if you were expecting this game to have Jimmy live, then you must not have been paying attention. This isn't a game where everyone lives. This is a game where the Funny Mouse family experiences 2 tragic deaths, and the rest of the family members are left heartbroken. That's the type of game this is. So you should probably expect something bad to happen in the ending, even if it looks like it's gonna go okay. And I get that take, for sure. But I think the idea that that it is the way it is because the alternative is worse, I think that holds more water. Oh good, the skull I moved way back when is still there. People in that thread said basically that Jimmy says I'm sorry in relation to his family, that he's sorry he's leaving them behind. He's sorry he's put them through so much and essentially doesn't have anything to show for it. I don't know about that. I think by the end, in getting the secret knowledge, Jimmy has more or less come to terms with the effect he's had on his family. And he's not going to let himself continue to feel bad for it. There's definitely something here. I'm trying to remember. So those are the basic 2 takes on the ending. And how mine relates. So what else do I want to say? I'm just so enamored by this goal. Man, I thought I'd have more to say, you know? Some other things I've seen... Oh, I can't push it that way. Some other things I've seen brought up are like how Jonathan Bear shouldn't have been forgiven. Like the things he did were genuinely awful. And again, I get that, but it's important to remember that Jonathan Bear isn't a person the way Jimmy is. What Jonathan Bear is he is Jimmy's feelings of guilt over shoplifting. He creates this character then that is how he feels he is, that he's rotten and no good. Because Jimmy knows right from wrong, I would say. But being a child, he doesn't understand the nuance. He knows he did wrong, and continued to hide it even, which is no bueno. But what he can't understand is what he did wrong is pretty minor. Shoplifting from a department store, you know, there are so many worse things you could do. But that sort of nuance is very difficult for a child's mind. So instead, he creates this character who represents his feelings of guilt in Jonathan Bear, who is that awful, who encourages jumping off a bridge, and who becomes a horrible monster in a pit, and all that. And even then, Jonathan is forgiven, being called a good bear who did some bad things. And Helga knew what she was doing when she said that, for sure. Because Jimmy is a good kid who did a bad thing. But that's not the end of the world. What's important is to move on, essentially. And that's what it means to forgive Jonathan Bear. Despite all the horrible things he did, is you can move on. You can be forgiven. So it's really important then that he is. Is that not what I was supposed to do? Can I punch it? No? No? Oh, is there any other place for a skull to go like that? I don't think there is. Whatever the solution is here, I'm not seeing it. I'm not figuring it out. So there's that entrance. There's also the memory cavern around here somewhere, but I don't remember where exactly it is. Is there something up this way? No. Well, I'm gonna look it up. Rune Echoes Jimmy Puzzle. Blood Marsh. Come on. You gotta tell me how to get into it, Wiki. Come on. Oh, that's how you get into the abyss. Oh, that's interesting. I actually fully did not know that. Also, I'm guessing the skulls actually don't do anything, because the light bulb is... You get it from the telephone, in a way. And, the entrance to the memory dungeon is... over here. You just have to be able to... You just have to walk there. You notice it. So this is the first memory dungeon you're supposed to be able to get to. This is Bucks. There's no reason to fight any enemies here. There's nothing of note. Although I suppose I could, like, check enemies for drops. Check them for steals. Just in case I was missing any. But I don't think I am. Yeah, nothing there. Now there's two ways to go, I guess. Is there? Or am I just going in circles? Okay, there we go. Hey, Buck, where's your memories? No, I don't want your grabby hands. I do want that, though. Monster teeth. Attack plus 10%. I mean, that's really good. It's very slightly less than the Dragon Fang, but it does restore that lost defense. Sure. Could be better on Buck, who has higher base attack, you know. I wonder if the memories are actually gone, because I finished the game and you're only supposed to get them... No, okay. I'm gonna... The push-ups. Yeah, go ahead and sit on. Not like much weight. Sit on my back so my push-ups are better, Jimmy. You weigh nothing. Don't need battles. Guess I'll take one here and there. It's a lot of eyeballs. So it's worth mentioning that every member of Jimmy's family essentially has an island. Grim Echoes is Buck's because Buck relates to fear in a couple of ways. For one, he's big and strong, and Jimmy is just kind of afraid of him for that reason. But the other thing is that... Okay, nothing here. The other thing is that Buck lets and encourages Jimmy to watch horror movies and then makes... you know, off-color jokes relating to them, and that's a lot of eyes, that makes Jimmy more afraid. Out, working out. Not gonna stay all day, like you. And so, for a number of reasons, Jimmy is afraid of Buck, but also respects him. Most notably because Buck saved Jimmy from that stray dog that attacked him when he was, maybe when he was younger, maybe recently. It's not quite clear. You know, with the baseball cap, that could be Jimmy being bald due to chemotherapy or something like that, or it could be that's meant to show that Jimmy is younger in that scene. I'm not 100% on what it is. But at any rate, before the events of the dream at least, Buck did, Sunshine... But, let me hold strong enough to. Oh, his little baby Buck. Little young Buck with, baby Jimmy. Wanted to hold him. But yeah, there are multiple points beyond, saving him from the dog where Buck helps Jimmy and Jimmy gains some respect for him. In the dream, yeah, there are sometimes when Buck stands up for Jimmy or steps in a conflict or something like that. And so Jimmy respects him, even though he does also fear him. Yeah, that's right. You have to go to the Blue Staff River. You might have to go in from the other side to do what I want to do. But there's a phone here, and if you call it, then... Okay. Then, in Grim Echoes, there will be a path opened up with a light bulb. Now, if only I can remember where it is. This is a fast team. Team isn't really coming together at the moment, but it will later for sure. Like, right now, honestly, Andrew is considerably better than Punch. But once Punch gets a really good weapon, that should even things out. Oh, there's a light bulb here. If I light these up, I assume. I may have already done that. I did not. Well, good that I did now. I don't remember where the telephone is. I thought it was near the end, but I didn't see it. Where, oh where? Not there. Be a yard about it. There's another thing about this game that makes a lot of people really upset. And that's Lars's whole bit on, man, if only I had an Asian girlfriend, then I'd be happy. Which, like, yeah, that's real messed up. Now, it could be that he has actually said something like that to Jimmy. Whether or not that's accurate to something that Lars said or thinks in the real life, hard to say. But I mean, it's pretty obvious that Lars is not well and has a lot of bad parts to his character. But then Jimmy doesn't understand why that's wrong. I've seen people say that Lars saying that gets no pushback, and of course it doesn't, because Jimmy doesn't understand why that's wrong. He sees that his parents are happy together and thinks that, oh, well, yeah, Lars is unhappy because he doesn't have a partner. There we go. Still ringing. Still ringing. Yeah. 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 There's a hard crash and the line goes dead. And that opens up a light bulb. Can I light this? No. Information guy here. Vsauce here. Okay, so go back to Grim Echoes. And handily, it is pretty close to this side of the marsh, so I don't have to go too far. Yep, there it is. Thanks, buddy. Alright, see you later. And now I'm gonna go check the volcano to see how many light bulbs I have, because I'm not 100% sure. There are 25. I would bet I have like 20 of them or so. I definitely put more of an effort into getting them. Yeah, I'm pretty close. Later in the game than I did earlier. Oh, wow, you're Jimmy. You probably don't remember me. I've been told that one of my key characteristics is that I'm forgettable. We met a long time ago, back when we were both trying out for the Petty Thugs. I don't really like to brag, but I achieved my dream that day. I hope you achieved your dream too. Of course, once the Iron Flamingo went down, all those escape pods filled up pretty quickly, and I wasn't high enough on the totem pole to get one, so I ended up jumping without a parachute. Next thing I know, I was in the middle of the ocean. What follows is a heart-wrenching tale of adventure and resilience. You see, Jimmy? You seem to nod off there. I guess I understand, I'm not that interesting a person. I wish I was still running with the Petty Thugs. Then I'd be interesting again. Now I'm just some hermit who lives off dead crabs he finds on the beach. The only interesting thing here is this door. I don't know much about it, but it seems to be powered by some remote source. Maybe you found some light bulbs out in the world. I bet if you turned on enough of them, say 25, then you could open this door right up. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I don't have much to do here, so talking to someone other than a crab has been pretty nice. 19. Yeah, that was pretty close. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Kingland tournaments. In Kingland, you can go to the arena after beating Chancellor Pulsating Mass and compete. And I could have done this like all throughout the game, but how about I just do it now when it's completely trivial? Except for the last one, which is, I mean, it's still going to be pretty easy. Plus, I need to wear down my MP enough so that I can see if items are boosted like I think they might be for Jonathan Bear. So you buy some stuff. XP up 50%. attack magic down. +3 to all stats and 10 to luck. Teaches Crush and Black Spiral. That's kind of cool. I think other things unlock once you beat some of the rounds, but we'll see. Good to have some business again. The gladiators aren't much for conversation, but they sure can drink. No, I'm not gonna beat you up again. Good, my doctor says I suffer from punchable face disease. Said right after punching me in the face. I thought about going to someone else, but he's the best I can get with my insurance. I feel that. The arena could be pretty difficult if you're unlucky. Sometimes it's best just to forfeit and keep your points. I was dishonored in the tournament. Now I can never face my sensei. Well, I beat them all up, so you're good to go. I don't know where you actually sign up. Oh, it was there. I didn't see the compete, because I'm blind. Punch each other. Punch each other. So these first ones are gonna go down in like, player's agility is halved. Gonna go down in like 1 turn each. One-star Toot Soldier. Ah, there's a really scary, creepy spider behind you, and they're all startled. And then, oh, yeah, 400 experience. Do another round? Yes. You may note that I'm a little too strong for this. This is meant to be done, like, pretty much right after you leave the area. That's fine. Oh no, it's... Oh, lower magic attack. Alright, so then I'll do mana burn. That slime is giving me the look. I don't like it. Ooh, a pile of goo. I want that. Yeah, got him. Just in case I hadn't had it before. Turtle economics. Punch each other. It's really nice to have 3 people who can steal now on the team. That's another thing. I guess I'll mana burn since the safe turtle actually is like pretty strong. I just have punch pass. Team Snakes! Pull yourself together. Is your sock on backwards? Pathetic. It's okay, honey. I know you'll work things out. Now he's motivated! I thought that was funny. That was something I kind of knew about. Terrible toy box. Bust. Buff. And who cares? It makes things a lot easier. So one thing I think is interesting on top of each character having an island, Helga's is, I don't remember what the name of the island is actually called, but you know, Legato, essentially. Helga's is Legato, Lars's is Kingland. Buck's is Grim Echoes, and Andrew's is Sacred Lantern. Well, Lars's is both Kingland and Megapolis, sort of. Because if that would be intended, Jimmy just, like, spends more time with Lars than most other members of his family. And nothing to steal. Just spook him. Well, it's gonna be that way. Eventually, Jonathan will get him. Hey. Oh, come on. Oh, pathetic. Yeah, I really need to get Jonathan some proper stats. Because, like, even if he has 600% damage on items, like, he ain't got the stats to do anything with them yet. Incidentally, there is a, Stop it! There is a unique, furniture layout that gives Jonathan plus 100 attack. So that actually can do pretty good work. Since that means that, you know, 100 times 6 is like 600 damage already. If you give him a good weapon then, and get him high stats, and then give him, like the plus 10%, plus 25% physical attack, you can start to see how that'll come together. Ah, they healed me. Yeah, I mean, just 110 attack, 107 magic attack is really wimpy. Yeah, let's just keep doing it. And now I can special exhibition. Well, looky who it is here. I've been waiting to face off against you, lad. Today my blade will sing. Punch each other. Yeah, on top of every character having an island, I say for the third time, where certain nightmare dungeons happen is actually relevant. Like, the asynchronous cavern, the one with the imaginary numbers, happens in Sacred Lantern, because that's Andrew's place. Mana burn. Ghost fire, probably don't need that much. Shot. Oh, looky there. It was good that I didn't attack with punch. That's quite a lot of damage for what is probably an early game boss. Ghost fire, buff Jimmy. Yeah, buff Jimmy. 5/5 and Kung Fu Punch. Counter this. A blammo. Oh, I countered it. Yeah, it's no surprise. Excellent swordplay, lad. You've bested a Legato Knight. Maybe I should stick with Andrew. I want to stick with Andrew. Yeah, he's doing a lot more. All right, let's go back and get him. Jonathan, I have high hopes for. Jonathan has potential. Incidentally... Ooh, good. I need to buy these. Somewhere, I'm not sure where, Miss Robin, is selling, like, post-game items. I don't remember where that is. The last place she was Information Guy Isle, so let's try there real quick. Well, she's gone. Yeah, I want to see if there are any good weapons for Jonathan Bear. Because he really needs stats. Now, where would she be? Maybe in Megapolis? Which I go to all the wrong places first? Wow, do I go to all the wrong places first? Yeah, there it is. Also, there's some things I want to pick up here. Oh, hello, Jimmy. I'm just hanging out by the trash. Yeah, I need to talk to his brother. I don't remember where he is. Nothing really going on there. I don't need any extras of those. Get nutrition cubes and super Choco-Colas here. That's good, but I want to save my money for the time being. What's my account? Yeah, I'm over 100,000, so that's good enough. I suppose I can do accelerated dynamics now. That would make sense. Ooh, those are expensive. Yeah, this is basically how I'm going to be doing damage with Jonathan Bear. It's not cheap. Hold off for now, then. I will buy... We'll buy some of the furniture. Don't need a lot of these. Alright, well, let's just put Andrew back in the party and then do some nightmare dungeons, I guess. Unless I want to try Buck. Nah. Yeah, physical Andrew is honestly just so good. He understands his encyclopedia set's his best move. Yeah, 10% crit chance is probably right. Max out that attack. Monster Teeth. Kung Fu Punch. Roughhouse. And he's good to go. Oh, whoops. That's the end game. Don't do that. Go in the closet. Okay, back off to Forgetting where it is, and then accelerated dynamics. While I'm here, I'm actually gonna do a couple fights with the coin purse. Welcome to Accelerated Dynamics. Oh, you must be here for the Platinum Member Luncheon. Let me just pull up your account. Let's see. Ah, I see that you're a Platinum Member. Are you here for the luncheon? Yes. Excellent, Mr. Jimmy. Please come this way. Free coffee. Can you believe it? They really swing for the fences here at Accelerated Dynamics. Back at Shindu Fish Concern, I bring my own coffee in a thermos. I'm not used to being around so many rich people. I just married into money. Before Hartley swept me off my feet, I was just a lowly maiden that got Oh, that's Mrs. Dearling. Legato Kessel. So these kinds of things are uncomfortable to me. Everyone here is so well dressed. Well, except for that one fellow in the bandages. I'm pretty sure he's not even a Platinum Member. I don't know how he got in, but it looks like he's been through a lot. Well, hello, Jimmy. If I would have known this was just a coffee and donuts affair, I wouldn't have come. It's nice to get out of the house, though. Not to mention we ditched Martin for the weekend. Beatrice is here. Oh, hello, Jimmy. I didn't expect to see any familiar faces here, but... Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that you're a Platinum Member. You've been very sensible with your investments. Me? I know my salary is modest, but I've saved everything I can. I was hoping Mr. Groose would see us personally, but I guess he's too busy. That's okay. I'm gonna get the most out of this eat and greet that I can. I've already eaten a donut that's bigger than me, and I'm trying to take another one back home. Too bad my arms are so tiny. Maybe I can give Miss Robin a call. She makes so much money that she could have been a Platinum Member, but I could never get her to open an account. It's worth mentioning that although the mice appear to just be a little bit shorter than Jimmy, they are mouse-sized. They're only scaled up for the convenience of, the game. The specter of death follows me wherever I go. I am haunted by memories of death's icy touch on my shoulder. I know one day I will fall into an abyss so deep I will not be able to claw my way out. Would you like me to repeat that? Because remember, they don't understand what they're saying. My latest piece will be performed by the Shinryu Symphony Orchestra soon. You should give it a listen, and maybe you can tell my brother about it. I think you see him more than me. I don't make much money nowadays, but I saved a pretty penny over the years. I've got to think about my retirement. So anyway, now we're just gonna leave. Leave them alone. And step into the danger. Into the robot land. Hey, Mr. Groose. That's weird back there. Mr. Groose, I'm gonna come beat you up. Oh no, it's the EA floor. Alright, so there are some things I need to steal here. Right, she actually has an attack now. 800 bucks. Coffee maker! And Jonathan is, infinitely fast, so he's always going first. Yeah, 1,500 bucks ain't bad. This is, incidentally, this is a dungeon I never did before. I just never saved up the money, you know? Let's steal her coffee. Oh, nice, it gets motivated. Jimmy starts rattling. The coffee was pretty good. Alright, I don't need any more. That's enough fights. Back to the Dreamstone. It must be popular to hang out around here. Ha 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 ha. How do you even get into some of those cubicles? You just climb over? Or are there tunnels? Yeah, but there's tunnels. Come on, you can afford the lights. got a healthy stock of bodies. And pig statues. So, do these guys have just really big mustaches that are like smushed up against the table? Or are they puking their guts out? I think it's mustaches. But I'm not 100%. Jimmy, what are you doing up here? The Platinum member luncheon is downstairs. Well, you're here now. I suppose you've seen the X5 mobile suppression unit. Are you surprised? Accelerated Dynamics is more than just banking. We've diversified into all sorts of enterprises, including military-grade weaponry. Jimmy, why are you looking at me like that? I used to dream of the first bank of Groose growing and growing. Well, my dream has evolved. We all evolve, Jimmy. It's what people do. The bank wasn't important at all. What matters is money. You see, money buys things, Jimmy. You don't just use it to buy your favorite snacks, you know. Money buys property. It buys influence. It buys power. It buys respect. It buys goods and services. Sometimes it buys people, too. I wouldn't expect you to understand. You're just a child, after all. You don't know what it means to be an adult. But of course, none of that matters right now. I'm afraid I can't let you leave, Jimmy. You see, the X5 mobile suppression unit is still a prototype. I can't have that information leaking to my competitors. In situations like these, you have to weigh the pros and cons. Will killing you weigh on my conscience? Yes, briefly. But if that information gets out, I could lose millions. It's simple cost-benefit analysis. Please understand. Start with cold shot. We're doing the big one. I'm not gonna be hitting him on this first turn, really. So I'll just guard with Helga. Is there anything I can steal? Nah. Oh, no. Anyone who's not doing something important... Oh, yeah, because Helga... so I can't do any damage with her. Yeah. So anyone who's not doing anything important, hit the computer. Analysis... Yeah. Invests in the future, and the computer adds interest. So that number on the left is his attack stat. 100 or even 176 is pathetically low right now, but it will get higher. Oh, first, mana burn. Imagine vampire. And Black Fountain. Buff Jimmy. And just hit the computer and toxicosis the computer. Keep his attack down. Or you can just one-shot him with 62,000 damage. That works too. Who needs gimmicks? Just one-shot him. Eh. Alright, you beat me. So what? Am I supposed to learn some kind of lesson? I'll just take the financial hit and keep going. Let me teach you a lesson instead. You don't know what it's like to be a small man. I'll just keep going. Maybe you misunderstood what I meant by 62,000. Maybe you'd like another one. When you're a small man, you spend each and every day alone with your small thoughts. You think, I should live in a better house. And that's it. It's just a thought. Money can make a small man into a big man. You think, I should live in a better house. And then you buy it. A thought becomes reality. That's what money can do. As a small man becomes bigger and bigger, his thoughts become big thoughts. And he needs more money to make them real. People would respect me if this building were named after me. People would remember me if this monument lasted long after I died. The government would construct policies that favored my businesses if I donated to the right politicians. Don't you see, Jimmy? Money can help you shape the world in your image. I wouldn't expect you to understand. You're just a child, after all. You haven't had the time to live as a small man. Come here before you leave. Hey, it's life insurance. That's from our insurance division. It will allow you to retain all of your money if you lose a fight. You need to protect your assets, Jimmy, if you want to amount to anything. So, that's the unique thing about this horror dungeon, is that the horror doesn't get, like, beaten. It doesn't get cleared at the end. It's still there, and it's just sort of like, yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Hyperdrive unit. I think that's like a bunch of agility, like 10% agility or something like that. Oh, there it is. Yeah, whole bunch of agility. So, it's a lot better than what she was using. Hey, it's Skyscraper. Yeah, the items here aren't particularly important. The molecular beam is really important if you want Magic Andrew. It's his big signature magic attack, but bleh. So the next thing to do is to tackle the last of the horror dungeons, which is Temple of the Inward Eye, which I think I have unlocked now. I think I've gotten all of the number guys. The Temple of Sight is Bastion of Enlightenment. The Temple of the Inward looking as a solemn place of reflection. Are y'all here, though? Wisdom is earned one moment at a time. I am old, but there are times when a child is wiser than me. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the way of things. Yep, now it's dungeon time. Do I have... Yeah, Combust. So, I'll level Vampire for a bit. This is, I think, the last of the horror dungeons, if the volcano doesn't count. Just sink slowly in the muck. It's like that part from Anodyne where you push the fisherman into the water and you jump in the blood whirlpool that results. Now, what do you guys got for me? Nothing, nothing. Boring. Get punched by Andrew. Yeah, I think having physical Andrew is the right move. Just replacing Lars with Jonathan. Like, Helga and Andrew are so good. This is a game that really rewards extremes. So having a character who is extremely good at healing and a character who's like extremely good at damage is better than someone who can do a little of both, you know? Jonathan's a rare, interesting case because items are so good and he makes items better. Great White Chair. That's going to take a lot of attempts. Okay. Second thought. Imagine Goon. We're going to double up on stealing attempts. Jimmy has a lot better chance because his luck is so much higher. That's the thing. Jonathan Bear's terrible at stealing because his luck is really low. And Andrew can just punch this guy. Poindexter comes up to you and socks you right in the face and makes your brains blow out your ears, like what happened to Punch. I wasn't even looking. Did I get it? I did not. Everyone else do nothing. Nothing. What should I steal? Nothing. Oh man, he's really charging up his turns, isn't he? He's gonna do that every turn, isn't he? There we go. And I accidentally attacked with Andrew, but it's fine. Imagine Poompa. Ghost fire, attack, attack. Sure, whatever. Yeah, it's a good thing I'm getting out of this fight. This is getting nasty. back to Vampire for the levels. And I got the steel, and that's what's important. Just check real quick for any other enemies who might give me furniture. It's looking a little squiggly in here. Yeah, nothing there. Alright, I feel confident that I got all the furniture. It's basically one per dungeon, you know. Incidentally, I'm going to want to save periodically, because the boss here is really nasty. This is the hardest of the Nightmare dungeons. I guess that room's just for looking at them. Or is it? Is there something here I'm not seeing? I don't remember if I ever did this one. I think I did. Hey, look at me, I'm scary. Alright, I guess that was nothing. I have to go an entirely different path. Whatever. Oh, okay. Now this squiggle door is open. I guess I should take fights just to lower my MP so I can see, like, how effective items are on Jonathan Bear now. One nice thing about putting the roller skates on Jonathan Bear is just having a heal that'll always go first. That's real nice. It's not gonna last forever, though. No. I don't even have to be efficient with, like, what healing spells I use, because I've got a surplus of MP and healing items. One thing about Lars is he does make random battles a lot safer, because the incidental hits just, you know, go on him instead, and he can take it just fine. That's not enough reason to keep him around. Honestly, his biggest benefit is redirecting things like mind-controlling delta waves onto himself. But that's because he's not a valuable target. I'd rather just have more valuable targets. Because they're valuable when they're not being controlled, you know? Secrets. Going back now. Yeah, I don't remember if I did this or not. Like, I don't remember the gimmicks of the dungeon, but I do remember the gimmicks of the boss. Huh. Good. Oh, you know what? I totally trailed off earlier for the third time. But how Andrew in Sacred Lantern, there's the imaginary numbers dungeon, and you know that represents math broadly. But it's important to remember in the context of Jimmy that Jimmy is dyslexic, but he seems to be good with numbers. And I think the reason for this is that Andrew understands that Jimmy is having difficulty with reading words, but that he has a much better time with numbers. And so he's trying to teach him, like, really high-level math. And that's stressful for Jimmy. But the reason he's doing it is so that Jimmy doesn't get discouraged by academia. He doesn't get discouraged if he starts doing poorly in school. Because one way of looking at that would be that, beware. Oh, yeah. This was added in a patch. This is really funny. But I'm going to say my thing first. If he does really poorly in school because he has difficulty reading, then he might get discouraged and might end up like Buck and hating school and academics and as a whole. But if he goes in while being really good at math and he starts doing poorly in reading related things but does really well in math related things, then he knows that the only issue is his reading disorder, which can be worked through. It's not that he has an inherent problem with learning or academics. So by teaching him really hard math, Andrew is setting him up for confidence. It's just that, well, Andrew's Andrew. He's not very good with people, and he's trying to teach math that's way too hard for a kid Jimmy's age. Anyway, there are secrets in the mud. Secrets buried deep. The ritual must not complete. Beware! Only death waits you there. Soon you'll be with us. Waiting, always waiting. So the upcoming boss, I thought it happened with Grimclaw, but it doesn't. If the boss reaches its win condition, essentially, you don't you don't like lose half your money and then go back. You game over and have to load a save. So they're kind of warning you, because that would be real bad if you haven't saved in a long time. Yeah, what about it? Creepy tiles. There's the mud. Oh, those guys weren't added. This was added. Wow, Jimmy, what the heck are you doing all the way down here? It's super spooky, like all the time. I know, because I live here. I know. I should move, but the rent is dirt cheap. Now might be a good time to tell you that you can save at any time in the menu. Actually, now that I think about it, I should have probably told you that a long time ago. Oh well. Yeah, so, the game is saying, hey, I don't care how confident you are. Save! Because the consequences for failure are very high. Higher than normal. That said, the chance that I just one-shot the upcoming boss are plausible if I get a crit. If I get a big crit combo. Interloper! The stench of your dimension is unmistakable. Do you hope to stop the ritual? Did you hope to slow our ascension? No. Our time is now. The doomsday clock is ticking nearer to 13 o'clock. Soon it will be the end of all worlds. Even yours, interloper. Try to stop us if you must. Or raise your hands in a hymn to the forgotten gods. It doesn't matter. Like the fate of all things, your fate was written in the book of the damned. Whisper your final pleas to your dead god. The end of everything begins now. So you think, alright, it starts at 1. No, it starts at 5. If it hits 13, you die. There's a few things that are to your benefit. You can steal from it, you can steal time from it to slow it, to reverse it a bit. And the other thing is that he's not that dangerous on his own. So we are going to... you can also psych... I don't know if you could psych the Doomsday Clock or him, or which one affects it. Master Criminal, time. Analysis. You don't want to hit the clock, you want to hit the guy. The clock is invincible. TikTok. Okay, imagine vampire. Here we go. You want to see the powers of darkness? Oh, buddy, have I got the powers of darkness for you. Black Fountain. Buff Jimmy. Oh, I forgot to use Mana Burn again. I'm so dumb. Oh well. I'll have to deal. Just guard. And... Jimmy goes before Andrew, right? even if not, this will still be really good. It's just that easy. I'm not even really that over-leveled for this. It's just my build's done, you know? And that was without mana burn. What can I say? Just when you're good, you're good. Gone. Reduced to atoms. Soul sparks. Hyper barrier. Fish tank. Bloody knuckles. Oh yeah, the bloody knuckles are for Buck and they're really good. They do more damage as his health gets lower, I think. Hyper barrier is interesting. It's a weapon that gives defense instead of offense. So like if I gave it to Jonathan Bear, yeah, his defenses go up way high. But like, aside from on a fully passive Lars, it's like, who cares, right? That manual, though, I don't know what that manual does. Fully revives allies once per battle. That sounds really good, right? I mean, I guess I'll give it to Jonathan Bear. Instead of immunize, I guess. There's something a little better that I'll be getting soon. So I'm gonna go check up on what I have to do for that light bulb that I asked the detective to go look for. Because I don't remember. Or, because you have to check in with them every now and then. Wilted Lands. Got some hot new info. Light bulb is being guarded by a dog. He wouldn't let me by. Seems nice enough, but I didn't want a chance at biting me. Dogs like that only eat weird, geometrically sound food. Things like cubes. Since I'm shaped like a cylinder, I didn't want to take any risk. Let's see, I got the one in Central Stamen. Got the one in Rainbow Park. Got the one in the tower. Pyramid. Yeah. So Wilted Lands. What even was the Wilted Lands? I kind of don't remember. Oh, yeah. So I have to find a cube for a dog. I did come back here at some point looking for something I may have missed. But I didn't know what I was looking for, I guess. Oh. What this? Oh! Oh, it's a punch party! Maybe Dee Dee and the guys will respect me more if I catch that kid. Stupid dog. Thinks he can control Punch Tonica. You can't control Punch Tonica. Nobody can. Can you control the wind? Man, that's deep. I'm gonna have to write that down. Hey, it's poetry. Gotta keep in shape. Can't let the petty thugs be led by some scrawny shrimp. Okay. We're not looking for that dog, though. We're looking for, if I remember right, Rubik's dog, so it should be near where Rubik was. Where was he? This place is weirdly labyrinthine for how early in the game it is. Yeah, I think Rubik was around here somewhere. Yeah, those, you encounters shove off. I'm not interested. Y'all ain't got nothing for me. Now, where am I looking for it? Ah, dog seems to be hungry. Would you like to give him something to eat? Yes. Oh, I need a nutrition cube. That's right. So I can't do anything with him right now. Gotta go to Shindu. That's all I need from that. I'm trying to remember where the frog brother is. He might be at the beach at Bonita Vista? That doesn't sound right. But maybe... You mentioned where his home was. Well, his home would be in Smile, but I don't think he's there. Because I need to get the Frog Brother to talk to Mr. Marvelous to start that side quest. Where you just have to get a bunch of Mr. Marvelous coins. I guess I do need to do some fights. You know what? Never mind. I'll do the fights when I'm, like, in the Kingsland arena thing again. There. But I do need to do some fights in order to get the detective to find the next light bulb for me. Give him the nutrition cube. Now, where else might I have missed a light bulb? Not sure. But I think I've done all the nightmare dungeons now, haven't I? Scanning for anomalous life forms. Life form detected. Location, Iron Flamingo. Huh? I did the Gammy dungeon. Was there something else here? What was it? I can't think of what he wants me to do here. How many treasures are left here? What? 5? Pardon? Well, where the heckies would it be? Like, I did the Gammy fight, didn't I? Am I crazy? Or did I, like, lose and then not come back? I did lose and then didn't come back. That's right. Whoopsie. Yeah, and having Helga be on this is actually really bad. You can just spend the first few turns attacking, and it's perfectly fine. The first phase just isn't that dangerous. Oh, and I should go over to Imagine Tanaka for once it's time to actually start doing the steals. Shakedown. There's nothing really any better. I don't think Toxicosis works. Give him the Kung Fu Punch. For one. Just punch! Ah. It actually did some respectable damage, actually. Yeah, the acid doesn't work. Ooh, I had an idea. So one of the dangerous things about this fight is that when it's time for Gammy to do the missiles, she won't charge. She won't charge them. She instead uses them and then spends a turn reloading them. But that means that your team can just be totally torn apart by that point. So what you do is you use, you have someone defend, in this case Jonathan Bear, and he has Soul Sparks, so anytime that she does the missiles, he'll survive because he's guarding, and then he'll be able to revive anyone who got dunked on. You are missing out on one attack per turn, but I think it's worth it for the safety. I would appreciate... This is the type of fight that... Oh, I don't have another psych. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. It'd be funny to do like analysis Kung Fu Punch boost, see how much actual damage I can do, because she has like 9,999 defense or something like that. At least the squeeze doesn't end in like an instant kill. Some bosses do things like that. Unfortunately, that ants on a log won't teach me anything about how... Wait, 1442. Yeah, so all of the item buff things do stack. Well, there goes my plan to... That's annoying. And then I'll have Helga guard, since she can't hit anyway. Yeah, I can't have Jonathan guard, because now he's mind-controlled. That's really annoying. So that's one thing Lars is really good for, is he can eat multiple mind-controlling delta waves. Helga's like, yeah, I'll motivate myself. What do you think about that? Like, it's fine, I guess. So yeah, it's nice to know then that items are being buffed beyond 2 times and beyond maybe even 3 times. Yeah, they're multiplicative. So it's not plus 300% or plus 200%. It's like plus 100%. You know, double it and then increase it by 1.5 and then 1.5. So that's like 325% bonus or something like that. Yeah, it's something like that. If you had any multi-hit moves, those would help, but I don't think there are in this game. Anything that goes like bat, bat, bat. So the warning light actually means she won't be using the missiles next turn. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I mean, acid's annoying, because you basically just have to have Helga on permanent comforting smile duty to outweigh the damage until it runs out. And even then, it means that the missiles are that much more likely to get a full kill. That's the last one to steal. Does basically mean it's just going to be another 10 turns. Is there anything I could do? Bully. I can go bird in case someone gets like grabbed or something. It'd be nice to have a proper startle. Oh yeah, that's right. The acid can't kill you. So I'm going to Knowing Squawk this turn just to prevent her from like doing anything. It's Sunny Day, and High Five on. I suppose it doesn't really matter. And Helga just for safety. Smile, and just back to the grind of attacking. And she still needs a turn to reload the missiles. Yeah, you can be squawked. And next turn I'll have Jonathan use an MP healing item on Jimmy. Fill him right back up. Not that he needs it, just... Actually, yeah, there's no point, because that MP loss is just from the Witch's Heart. There's no actual reason to restore him. He's not losing anything for it. Just have Helga guard, I guess. She's not needed for anything, really. Just the small HP loss on Andrew every turn due to the barbed wire bracelet. Sick and sleep. So I can Mental Clarity Jimmy, and then Natural Alarm everyone. Yeah. No. It is just better to use vitamins on Andrew. Jonathan will be left with the badness, but it's fine. Actually, smile, ants on a log, attack. It's nice that this thing that heals 50% is actually healing like 200%. I still don't think she's recharged the missiles. If you stun her after she fires them, will she just never recharge them? Huh. Yeah, no. I was like, let's do a sunny day. No, let's not. Almost there. Acid again. How passe. Yeah, that should do it. Almost one with the crayons. Jimmy, is spending time with your grandma really that dreadful? Oh, I see. Jimmy, I didn't want to be rebuilt like this. It's just how things happened. I wish I were back in my old body, wrinkles and all. If I were back in my old body, I would give you a big ol' hug. I'd hug you right now, but the force would probably crush your bones, I'm afraid. Yes, if I were back in my old body, I'd give you a great big hug. I'd be fine with being weak again for that. I'd take it all. The tired days, the sickness, the dry throat that swallowed my words. I'd take it all just for that hug. You never know when your grandma's gonna turn into a supercomputer, kids. Perfect guard. Giant megaphone. Box fan. Perpetual motion device. One turn guarded taunt. So like guard and taunt at the same time, is that it? And normal attacks are based on agility. This one's really interesting. Because you can really get Jimmy's actually. Yeah. And then, let's see how fast we can get Jonathan Bear. Incidentally, this works actually kind of well for Buck, because his normal attacks can be so powerful. And he gets double, but still, let's try it with the roller skates as well for now, and just see how 350 agility feels damage-wise. Maybe also check an agility granting armor. No, I don't have one that I'm not already using. Okay. No, I think there's still a treasure. Where? I can't even imagine. I'm not going to worry about it, but I am going to be annoyed. So now I should be able to get the prize from this guy. Undetected. Thank you. Please take this. Eradicator Ray! So the Eradicator Ray is a pretty good weapon to, like, give to Jimmy if you want to go back to a physical set. It's really strong. Or I could give it to Helga and have her be good at physical again. Also add in the Dragon Fang, and like 205 attacks, not even that bad. Instead of Sunny Day, I just give her like Pulverizing Light to have a nice, good physical, and Helga can contribute in damage. We'll see how that does. Honestly, the Dreamstone is better, but we'll play around with this for a bit. Let's go back to Kingland. Yeah. Let's go in circles. You know, the map was actually added in an update at some point, with the specific purpose of helping the player not get lost while they're flying around in the ship. I mean, it helped. But, you know, some people like me just can't be helped. What's this? Dog's eyes follow you closely. That's right. What's your damage? What do you do? Punch. I'm a monster. What's with that dog? Okay, back to the arena. Punch each other. Eventually, physical Jimmy is usually better, but it's hard to say. So attack to hit everyone. See how Jonathan Bear does. Roughhouse. 145. I mean, that's not that great. Incidentally, next turn I was going to be extremely dead. As my team would have taken like 20 attacks or so. I don't know if I have that. I got it. Yeah, there's really no reason to ever stop in these fights. I'm still way over leveled for this. I think I got that before. Treadmill, huh? I don't know if I ever got the treadmill, so I'll go for it. It's only 20% chance, though. Boo. But I'm not going to stick around for it. Definitely not. Oh. Jerk. Stop that. Just healing each other. There, now they're gonna die. Bust. Smile. Anything to steal. No, no. Not really, no. I mean, Jonathan Bear does hit pretty hard with that, but like, I suppose it's just the roller skates, but a little better, you know. So he starts at 200%, goes to 300%. It's like 4.5 times effectiveness with all of the different things. All the different item buffs. Jonathan can get up to 450 times, or 450% item efficacy. So that means that, yeah, the thrown items should be doing like 1350%. So if you give him like any amount of decent attack, then he can make some serious use out of it. So if you give him like the Eradicator Ray plus the Dragon Tooth, he should go up to about 200 attack. If you then increase it to 300 with the furniture, his thrown items should do somewhere on the order of almost 5,000 damage. Am I calculating that right? That seems really good, but it's just so expensive. Paw chair. I don't think I have that. I'll go for it at any rate. People come in with looking for a fair fight, and I'm just like, gimme. Of course, Jimmy's afraid because there's a babe. You can see how much faster you're getting points here. There's really no reason to farm for points in the first cut, because this is just so much faster. He steals work ethic. Gimme. And he takes a break. That's the medium level goon. You're already up to 105 points off this. Oh no. Jimmy's angry. Oh, that's annoying. Nah, nothing to steal. Let's have Andrew focus. Do a big roughhouse. Nice, I got them all. Team friendship. Not in my watch. May have had the audio a bit high this whole time. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. Bust. Tank. Money. Stuff skitter. Definitely have that. Oh, wobbly. Where the heck are you from? Oh! Jimmy is going to explode. And the Raspberry Trophy. Spend arena points. Yeah, 50 attack on this, like, that's not bad, but the Ray is better, you know. You see minus 20 on Helga. 40-40 is good for a while, but not anymore. 20 defense and 5 attack on a thing. It's like, I mean, it's not bad. And the Moon Badge, just plus 10 to everything. That's pretty nice. And 5% HPM and regen, but not usable by Jimmy. So that's definitely worth getting. Switch over to Pumpa for the exhibition. This one I think is the high level goon. That sounds right. Oh, look at him, he's swole as heck. I have achieved the peak of gooning. Don't say that! No other goon comes close to my level. Did that not have its euphemism, like, slang meaning at this time? Or did he just not know? Oh yeah, and I don't have the Dreamstone on Helga. Well, whatever. Yeah, this analysis should go last. Oh no, my defenses have been bashed in half. Oh, wait. Mana burn. Don't forget the mana burn. Don't forget the olive. Psych and just guard with Jonathan Bear. And then Andrew goes afterwards, so focus. Kung Fu Punch. Nice. Yeah, Dreamstone is definitely the way to go for things like that. All of the chumps I've shaken. All of the nerds I've dunked on. This is how it ends. Training manual. I think that just can be equipped to ally characters and gives them more experience. Yeah, XP up 50%, not usable by Jimmy. I mean, that's good. I mean, this glowing totem isn't really necessary on Helga. It's just not really using the stats that much. So yeah, let's Yeah, the new things are in 45, 45, and resist sleep is pretty nice. And the other two. And then big stats. Resist common status effects, not usable by Jimmy. That is really nice. Plus 15 all stats is super good. Stinkweed Cup. These enemies might actually put up a fight. And she's like, oh, you want to marry me, don't you? Bust. Attack. Anyone got anything to steal? Nope. Just attack whoever and roughhouse. I'll manage. Starting from 25 points is pretty nice. Supposed to starting from like what, 5? So the blue is immune to magic. I suppose it doesn't matter since I'm doing one of each. Great white chair, already got that. Colorful lamp, already got that. Fish bones, I think I got that, but I'll go for it anyway. Well, I got it anyway. Even if I didn't have it. A trumpet, a trumpet, a trumpeter. Oh, that was reflected. Whoops. That wasn't just resisted, it was reflected. Alright, maybe I should have realized that. So, is he revived, or do I have to do that myself? Do have to do that myself. Okay. Comforting smile. Alarm clock. And since these are big guys, I will focus roughhouse. Oh! Uh-oh! Angie's gonna have a bad time. Not if he one-shots everyone. Get owned, losers. Math buddies. Is it gonna be the concentric... Burtons. Concentric Burtons. Oh, this is annoying, because... Well, those are... Yeah, those aren't the super-duper fish, so I can just hit them safely. And it just won't hurt them, and maybe they'll counter. Gotta remove all of his concentricities. It was still reflected. Boo. The big gaping mouths. The mouth doog. Bust. Attack. Check the abstract art. I don't think I have that, so I'm gonna get it. In that case, I'll have Helga use High Five on Jimmy instead of my plan, which was to have Jonathan heal with an item. Oh wait, the mouth absorbs magic, doesn't he? Yeah, well, that's not that big a deal. So if I weren't so grotesquely overleveled, these enemies would make me think a bit, but since that's not the issue, since that's not the case... sleep again. Yeah. Alright. Chewing on Jonathan Bear. Yeah, not a real problem. Team corporate interest. Oh no, it's gonna be yes men all over the place. Bust. Big smile. Master criminal. Sure, I'll steal $1,500. guy's like, my vacation fund! Wow, I actually failed to kill one. How about it? Chunky. Super Deathbot 9000. Bleh. Right, 4,000 plus 5,000. Yeah, well, I can't heal anyway. Just hit them both at the same time. Ah, yeah, they're nothing. 900 points, Stinkweed Trophy. Alright, I'm actually going to set myself up for this next fight properly, so let's... Dreamstone. And, let's go ahead and put the Ray on Jonathan. Dragon Fang. Place that with... I don't know. I just put things on. Then go to Helga. No. Yeah, Hyperdrive unit. And... I don't know, how about the Golden Cross? And Jonathan Bear gets attack, so he gets Glowing Totem and Dragon Fang. And now he has a respectable amount of attack. And so he can use, Sunny Day. Pulverized Flame. Alright, there we go. Nope. Nope. Special Exhibition. It's this guy again. Oh, you got Helga with you. Feed the beast! Feed the beast! It's like, got a weird flappy arm. Oh, I forgot to go into, pumpkin form. Oopsie. Well, no mana burn for me then. I'll just guard here and here, and analysis, and go for the one shot anyway. Damn. Focus. And touch. Yeah, it's still pretty good. It's getting really cheesed off. Sent it through 2 phases in 1 hit. Figures this would happen. My shoulder hasn't been the same ever since I went toe-to-toe with that Helga lady. Oh, the gold Jimmy, nice. That can be useful. King Cup. This is the one where I might actually need to be careful. But now that everyone's on their good stuff again, shouldn't be too bad. What a fine day for combat. This is much more interesting than being a boring politician. Team Combustible. Punch each other. Oh, that's so annoying. Everyone's gonna blow up. Combust. Buff Jimmy. Ouch. Ouch. Oh. Alright, well, I need to undo that. Punch each other. Alarm clock on Jonathan. Oh, jeez. Oh, this might be bad. Uh-oh. I'm in danger. Okay, I can do something about this. Imagine Bjard. Hyperactivity. Oh, this is gonna be expensive. Combust. That should kill most of them. An item, alarm clock, an item, cancel a lot. Hopefully that does okay. Ooh, don't kill all of them. Okay, that's okay. Oh. I've got to have Jimmy go first. Bust. Sunny day. I'll have Jonathan just throw a cola on Jimmy, and then Andrew roughhouses. Ooh, that was saved from disaster. Tea party from hell. Yeah, that better have been worth like 3K experience. Who's this chucklehuck? Mr. Darcy. So I'll do hyperactivity and then switch over back to the vampire. So that I can like definitely go first. No! All these idiots. I'll boo you. Then Andrew's gonna punch him so hard in his stupid face. I did want Jonathan to go first. Yeah, this is like dangerous. This is like where you actually want Lars, really. Oh, Andrew got startled. Ugh. Alright, sunny day. Oh god, I think Jonathan's asleep! Yeah, this is where it's actually hard. I don't think I can win this. Just need to be so fast. Yeah, that's the trick then, I think. It's quite the scrapper. Come back and fight for my amusement another day. Okay. The low res stone, one of the collectible stones that's just for getting for its own sake, basically. Always perform critical hits. Ooh. XP and imagination points up 50%. That's honestly not that big a deal. And, oh boy. Teaches Kung Fu Punch and Vaporize, not usable by Jimmy. That's real nice! So I think I'll do more of that, like... Well, no, what I'll do... Take off the hyperdrive unit. Sure. Give it to Jimmy. He'll be a little weaker, but now he'll be able to go first more often. Yeah. Instead of called shot, give him hyperactivity. And now he can, like, always go first. Hopefully for enough damage with mana burn. So yeah, let's give it a shot. Hopefully enough to at least thin the crowd. This will be a good test, because those rats, if they go, they might put up a magic shield, but if I outspeed them... Randomly startled, hyperactivity, better... Like, hyperactivity. Mana burn! Combust! Please work! No. One still went first. Wait, it stopped! Oh. Rats. Oh god, he drank. Andrew was startled. Ah! Yeah, if they choose to do a barrier, it just goes. It just doesn't care. Mana burn. Ghost fire. Buff Andrew. Attack, whatever. Kung Fu punch. It's still real nasty. Goblin army. Hyperactivity. I should do that second, really. Mana burn. Combust. That's gotta be every turn. Yeah, this can at least thin them out, if not kill them all. Wow, like 2,000 HP on some of these guys. Abezel had 2,500 HP. That's how strong these guys are. Any one of these individuals could probably beat Abezel. Oh man, that's a big heal. Except for them creepy spiders. Oh, this is gonna be so expensive. Mana burn. Hyperactivity. Combust. Throw a cola on him. Have Andrew guard. because I need Jonathan to take his turn. Hopefully it doesn't kill them all. Good. That's like almost ideal. Nice, 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 nice. Combust. Comforting smile. High five. Rough house. Still expensive, but like much more manageable. The beach bums punch each other. But that makes Jimmy afraid. I can't heal. Ah! Yeah, I don't even know what I want him to do then. Focus. Man, those attacks from Super Yes Man are gonna be ridiculous. Oh god. Stop it. Okay, I made it. No! Oh, it's so annoying. You're so annoying. I'm super dead now. Yeah, for this, I think I want Lars. I gotta keep those important attacks off people. Well, lesson learned. Let's look up the light bulbs. Try to figure out which ones I'm missing. Yes, I meant light bulbs. Thank you. Okay, Cloudy Hill got that one. Giant Garden. I think I got that one. Wildlands got that one. Central Stamen got that one. Legato Castle got that one. Blue Staff got that one. Fermata got that one. Rainbow Park got that one. Bloodmarsh got that one. Whispering Valley. I don't think I got that one. Alright, Whispering Valley. Stock on items. $12,000. Okay, so it was Whispering Valley. There's like a guy in the way somewhere, and I can scare him out with the vampire form. But where exactly? No. Not interested. I mean, this looks like something. I guess not. Light bulbs ahoy! Ah, this thing. Oh no, it's scary! Looks of the Ancient Giant, got that one. Ah, World's Library. That is where you return the overdue book to the world's library, and it'll be like, thanks, and give you the light bulb. Return the book by interacting with the book statue at the World Library's entrance. You have the book! With it, my family will be whole again. Hooray! Have a light bulb. Sunset Beach, kill the Whisper Weaver boss. Talk to Point Man in Path of Enlightenment. One of his hands should appear at Sunset Beach. Yep, alright, let's do that. Knock that out real quick. So first go here and talk to Point Man, a spider that lives in some hole around here. I don't remember exactly where. Is he further beyond the exit? He might be. This kind of feels right. Yeah, here he is. Oops. Die mist. My boss once told me there's a cave somewhere filled with creatures similar to me. Creatures with lots of legs. I'd love to hear all about them. Oh, you've been there. Tell me all about it. Oh good, I'm all ears. Well, mostly arms, but I've got more ears than you'd expect too. Fascinating, fascinating. I also like dark places. I have a feeling I would get along very well with giant spiders, assuming they didn't try to cocoon me in webs and save me for later consumption. Let me help you out again. I've reached somewhere far away. Oh, there's a lot of sand here and it's tickling me. So now when I go to Bonita Vista, there will be another light bulb available. And this might be where Henry Frog is. I don't remember for sure. Henry Frog, you around here? No, I guess not. And now, Shindu Fish Concern, at the end of it, where the break room is, seems there's a vending machine you can shake. And that leads... Oh, hey, what up? Hey, little boy, shouldn't you be in school right now? My friend is the principal over there. His name is, can't remember. Weird. Anyway, we've got heavy machinery here, so this place is no place for a child. We do offer tours, so tell your parents, and we'll show you around the factory the right way. If you're that interested, maybe one day you could be cool enough to be the manager of the number 3 fishing processing facility in all of Shinju, like yours truly. Setting the bar real high. Oh, where is that little break room? Oh, well, there's a toy box that I missed. Pretty useless by now, I'm sure. Considering all the really good armor that you can get from the Nexus Point dungeons. Aha. Shake you. It didn't like that. It will have to deal. Get on my face, fly. Kung Fu Punch the vending machine. Yeah, it's not very strong. Slime it up. Schlorp. There we go. Subway, Cineplex. I think that should be all of them. Oh, I'm still missing one. Oh god. Oh god, which one am I missing? Oh. Great Triangle. That's right. I even sent, what's his face there? Right, looking for a flower hieroglyph. And then I used the flower power on it. Is this it? Kinda looks like a flower. Or a monkey. Excuse me, I need to fall in here. Snake. Penguin. Now where, oh where? I like the scorpion. Hey, thanks for talking to me. I will sting you though, so you should probably leave. That was strange. I mean, it's not a patch of sand either, so probably not. No, 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 no encounters. Don't want that. Where, oh where is that little light bulb? Crickety crunch. That's not it. That's not it. That's something, but I don't think that's it. It's just like all paths seem to lead to the end eventually, and so it's hard to tell. Like, have I explored everything? I mean, I guess not. I'll look over here. Ah, that's it. Yep. A clicker. Okay. It's time to tackle the volcano. Hello again, Jimmy. You seem to have found 25 light bulbs so far. Hey, I bet the door will open now. Try it out. So if you remember, and I don't remember when this was, some character mentioned a phoenix, or the legend of the phoenix at any rate. And here is that payoff. Check for grifts. Wings. $600. And nothing. He got better. Really good experience, yeah, that's for sure. So there are 2 lamps here, but they go out immediately after, because this is for once you get the Phoenix Imagination. That's the last one. Does this count as a nightmare dungeon, technically? I mean, not for the sake of the guy, but Jimmy stays quiet. He feels he's in a sacred place. Whenever you're in the nightmare dungeons, and you do that where you go to Jimmy's form and then, you know, press the... Smoke! Press the, ability option. Jimmy will have something to say about the zone you're in. But if you're in a... If you're in a nightmare zone, he'll just say ... Get some levels for the flower. What level is my flower? 31? Do some more working on. Oh, just a supernova. Oh, I think it's for Hitami only. Yeah, that's Hitami's, like, best or second best weapon. It's really good. 100 attack, 40 magic attack is very good. Hitami, though, is she good? She's really good in, like, the hyper late game, where you have maxed out everything. Oh, so this is the last of the paperback Guardians, and this one is, I guess, Punch Tanaka? Or whoever he represents? Like, that must be the intent, but, like, who is he? Oh, marvelous coin. There's some... you might think, like, the person who Punch represents is like a janitor who just works in the hospital that Jimmy's staying at, because Punch has mentioned several times, both with his memory or without, that he has a respect for custodians. So, like, that's all you get. And he likes poetry, and he's a cool dude. Like, he's Jimmy's idea of what the coolest dude who needs to help, who could help him is. Sort of an imaginary friend, and simultaneously maybe based on a real person. He just gets better. More treasures. Oh yeah, I know what you need to do. Just move on for now. Alright, I'm done with the encounters. I don't need you anymore. Oh, wait. I'm gonna jump over that. Be real careful, Jimmy. Don't fall! Would appreciate some rubies. Burning tuxedo. Oh, yeah. Oh, but 5% HP drain is interesting. But like, 20 attack, 21, or almost 20 defense, same magic attack, 4 more magic defense, more agility, more luck. So you can give it to someone, it's really good for Hitami. You can give it to her and the moon badge, and the HP drain will cancel out with the HP regen. And she can make really good use of all of the stats. I guess I'll just give it to Jimmy for now, just to make him generally better. Did you want to put the tuxedo out before wearing it? No, man. Coming up on the boss then, I guess. Actually, no, I need to be using the graduation robe. Take off the hyperdrive unit. Put back on the mortarboard. And Helga gets the agility. I mean, it's better, but like, she doesn't really need the stats. There, like that. Not that this fight's that hard. But it is really nice for unlocking a new imagination. It's a fat chicken. Look at that fat chicken. Fresh. Alright, you know how it goes. Oh, I don't have called shot on the main form anymore. Alright, so I won't do big, huge damages. I'll just do regular, huge damages. Ghostfire. Buff Jimmy. Jonathan is slower than Andrew. Analysis. So Ghostfire buff. Now I can use Jonathan to attack. And now I can focus. And just start punching him. That's form 1. He's only got 2 forms. Ghostfire. Sunny Day. Sunshine. Okay, gotta recover. Pep Talk Andrew and Alarm Clock Jimmy. Go right back to Mana Burning. Ghostfire, buff. Cancel the log for Andrew, and Andrew can just guard. Whew, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, I'll just keep... no, I will throw an additional item on Jimmy. Ooh. Oh. Okay, so there is a way out of this, and it's Alarm Clock Jonathan. And then Jonathan uses Soul Sparks. And Andrew guards, and I hope he hits Andrew. No. Alright, well, I load my save. Alright, I'll save the analysis play for, once I hit the second phase. This one also, it would help a lot to have Lars. Oh, and, hyperactivity for... Called Shot. Called Shot's like really good when you're using Helga strats, since you can have her every other turn not be using the Dreamstone and instead be healing. Mana burn. Cold shot. Just have Helga guard. Focus. Kung Fu Punch. Ghost Fire, buff. High five on, I don't know, Helga, Morphouse. It was really weak. Ghost Fire and buff again. Attack. Attack, I guess. The counter's gonna be annoying. Nope, okay. But he still counters. Alright, let's get one turn for a cold shot, sunny day, guard, and analysis. And we're going for the big one next turn. No analysis. I'll have to do without it. Imagine Vampire. Comes the big one. Black Fountain. Buff. Alarm clock on Andrew. It's a lot, but I'm still alive. Oh, it was only 9,000. It's only 10,000 damage. Comforting Smile. Hints on the log. Yeah, without the analysis, it's just so much less. Oh. Oh, I might make it. Or not. Oh, it's so close! Come on! I'm frozen! No! Okay, you know what? Jonathan Bear is not working out. I thought he would be good, but aside from chucking items, he's just not. So let's go back and let's try... God, am I just gonna pick up Lars? Oops. Let's try it, Itami. Burning tuxedo. Glowing totem. And she can use 3 items, which is really interesting. Vaporize. And, Lunar Serene. I can go get her the moon badge at least. The real issue, honestly, is her lack of... called shot. Or, like, any utility at all. Buy another one of these. Do I want to? I don't think so. It's a pretty nice bonus. Man, Hitami's base attack is really low. +1 to all stats. I guess I'll just give her this for now. Even with all that, she doesn't seem that strong, you know? She really needs to make use of those additional trinket slots, and she can. It's just... you gotta get them. So there is something to note. Over here is the Dark Dungeon, which is a whole big thing. But notably, with dungeon points, you can buy things like this. All stats 25%. Holy mother. Or like this. Or like one of these, you know? It's all really crazy good stuff. There's the Eradicator Ray if you want more of them. But the Dark Dungeon takes forever. Alright, let's give that Bjard another try. And it will help Jimmy be stronger because, you know, another imagination form means another thing to grind up for bonus stats. Honk. Gotta make it all the way back, though. Also, Phoenix is the magic version of Punch Tonica, so it is the big time, you know, magic damage class. Okay. Passive skills can I get? I get tangible aura. So if I ever go back to Jimmy form, I'll have much higher magic defense. That could end up mattering. See, I'll try to just, like, really hammer it on the first turn. on, you know, the first phase, and then try to do the called shot Powers of Darkness for the second. Mana burn. Ghostfire. Buff. Focus. Kung Fu Punch. Lunar Serene. Special attack. That's pretty good damage for, like, you know, no buffing. And no crit. Just do that all again. Like to see some more crits, but otherwise good. Comforting Smile, getting ready. Nah. No, I can't use that yet. Just basic attack. And rejuvenate. Okay. Ghostfire, buff. I can announce. There's no point in doing an analysis now. Instead, actually, I will. I forgot to put Called Shot on again. Oh, I'm dumb. Alright, revert Jimmy. Yeah, he still doesn't have it. I'm dumb. Alright, just Ghostfire. Buff. Analysis. And first aid. Ah! Okay. I assume she's not fast enough to make good use of this. But I'm gonna try. She is. Sunny Day. Super Cola. Magic Barrier. And a burn. Alright, here we go. Vampire. Black Mountain, buff, focus, Kung Fu Punch, Milky Way Fists. Ouch. Oh god, the counter damage. Oh, such good damage. No! Gotta try again. This time putting the right skills on. don't have Black Fountain available yet. Let's try that. Do not want to be bird while I start this, that's for sure. That would be embarrassing. Come on, scorching hot chicken. Okay. Mana burn. Ghost fire. Buff. Focus. Kung Fu punch. Lunar serene. Just hit it very hard. No crits, unfortunate. Oh, there's a crit there. Vaporize. Probably heals up. That needs at least one more turn. Heal. There's just no reason. Throw cola on him. Do that. Okay. Called shot. Buff. No. Sunny day. Analysis. Magical heartbeat. And Lunar serene to shift the phases. Jimmy is charged. Andrew has applied weak point. Here we go. Mana burn is still active. Imagine vampire. The cannons are loaded. Black fountain. Buff. Guard. And protect and lovely. Put on Helga or Jimmy? Helga. Oh, she made it. Alright, come on, one shot. Yeah, 58,000 damage! Eh. Well, I did mention that this is an imagination, so you know what that means. For the last time. Jimmy imagines himself lying in a hospital bed. His blankets are itchy, but his arms are too weak to scratch himself. There's a machine next to him that beeps from time to time. It's the worst sound in the world. It sounds like a robot sighing. The machine also has green lights on it. Some of them blink. Whenever it's night, the room is still green. Jimmy can hardly get any sleep. Sometimes people come here to cry. This makes Jimmy sad too. This is a sad, awful place, and Jimmy is tired of being here. Jimmy's head feels weighed down by sleep. The machine sighs next to him. Jimmy's eyes close anyway. The world drifts far, far away. Suddenly Jimmy's chest feels hot. His eyes open wide. He's sitting up for the first time in weeks. The room is getting hotter and hotter. The machines and cables have begun to melt. Jimmy hears a prolonged, defeated beep, and then the only sound is crackling fire. Jimmy doesn't feel hot at all, though. He feels alive, energized. Jimmy thinks that if he put his mind to it, he could fly right out of bed. He could fly and fly. He could burn bright forever like a brand new sun. So for the last imagination, it's not so much imagining a phoenix, it's imagining himself. And what he wants. So Jimmy can now turn into a phoenix. As a phoenix, Jimmy can combust into flames, setting fire to everything directly around him. And so this one has no weaknesses. A slight bonus to magic attack, magic defense, and agility, which is nice. And skills: 500% magic damage to all enemies, 2-turn warm-up. Revive all enemies, allies, and fully recover their HP and MP. Jimmy falls unconscious, can be used once per battle. This is actually really nice for a reason you'll see in a bit. A lot of times skills like this in games, especially on someone as important as Jimmy, is really bad. It's not the case here. Revive an ally to 50% health, kinda nice. And restore 50% of all allies' HP. So now Jimmy can be a primary healer. But the big thing is the passive skills. Counter all physical attacks, you know, just for fun, just as a joke. Or, at 50, Jimmy will auto-revive and recover all HP and MP, only works once per battle. This works with Sacrifice. So, if you haven't died yet that fight, Jimmy can just full heal the entire party, HP and MP, including himself, for essentially no cost. It's really nice. So, I'm not just gonna warp out of the dungeon like I normally would, because now that you are the Phoenix, there are a couple things you can get. I don't remember the Phoenix fight being that hard, by the way. But now with the volcano revitalized, everything's green again. And you may have remembered that chest that was sitting up too high, and there seemed to be a vine reaching towards it, but the vine was dead. Well, the vine ain't dead anymore. So you can get the song, and also at the very beginning of the area, that's pretty strong now. Just so expensive. And so yeah, one of the big things I'm going to be doing is leveling up Phoenix form, because +1 magic attack, magic defense, agility per level. It's really nice. Although that will mean he's eventually too fast, maybe, for Helga to buff him, which is unfortunate. Unless I give Helga even more agility up. Excuse me. At the very beginning of the dungeon, there was those 2 lamps, and now I can light them. Hooray! Warrior Spirit. 10% critical chance. Oh, and a lot of attack and magic. That means it's extra good for Hitami. Obviously, it's good for anyone, but since she can use both attacks, you know, that represents another 240 damage on Lunar Serene, since it does 400% physical and magic. So it's 4 times 30 twice, so 120 and 120 is 240, and then it might crit, so it's another 480 damage. But I am going to stop here on stream, and I'm going to be playing this off stream to grind and such, get the forms up a fair bit and all that, and hopefully I'll be a little bit stronger then.